back to 360 Strong Women. Today we're going to do a workout where we're going to work our upper back, lower back, and quadriceps today. So we're focusing on those muscle groups, a little bit of each. Very quickly, you're going to grab some dumbbells, make sure you have a mat, and we're going to use a wall today for some wall sits for those quadriceps and fatigue them out. So make sure that you have a wall or something you can lean against for that. If you need to take that one out, that's okay. I don't have a wall to lean on, Beth, and that's okay. We're going to make sure we work around with squats. We're going to do squats, kickstand squats, ski squats. We're going to do our bent over rows, in, down, up. We're going to do some wall sits. We're going to do flies to upright rows, a back lunge to a knee strike, really working that. Now when you get into that back lunge, you're also going to get into those glutes and hamstrings. We're not going to really focus on that today. We're mostly focusing with the quadriceps, so those four muscles in the front of your legs. So we're working front legs and then that back playing those upper back muscles, your rhomboids, your trapezius, your latissimus dorsi, those big butterfly muscles. And then we're going to get into a little lower lumbar by doing a little bit of Supermans. And of course, we'll do some lat press. So that's it. That's the workout. We're going to start by warming up our body, dynamically. Want to move every day, at least 20 minutes. You know the drill. You're going to make it varied. So we're not working our upper back and our quadriceps tomorrow. No, you're going to pick a different body mechanic or some yoga, some stability, mobility, some flexibility, or cardio. Or you can pick, maybe you do pectorials and hamstrings. Yeah, so you're going to pick something other than your upper back muscles and your quadriceps. And then you'll be good, so you're not overtraining the body. So I'm just, opening up those gluteals, getting my vascular system in before I load those legs. Apple under the chin, hip width, squeezing in, driving my feet in, and keeping my head above my heart so that I might want to mimic some of the things I'm going to do. So rows in different planes, maybe some flies. Just telling your brain what you're doing. Some upright rows. A lat press, a V press. Get those big upper back muscles. And I want to come back to that back lunge. Lift up. Notice I'm on one leg. Balance. Yes, coming back. Nice. Other side. And then if you need to, you can open up your body with a little cardio. Remember, I'm inside, so I don't want to wake my neighbors. But you could jump if you have the capacity, the room, you're not disturbing anybody. You could do that. I'm going to go side to side. All those planes might circle up my arms. We squatted down. I might want to move side to side also. Just letting the body know those kind of things we're going to do. So you're going to go ahead, get some water, and then pick up your weights. We want to squat down to pick up those weights. I want to start with those squats. So consider that your weights are optional here. Remember that you want your knees behind your toes. I'm going to sit up straight. My chest is going to be high. So when I squat, I'm not hip hinging and dropping my chest to the ground. I'm sitting down in my chair here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Not doing anything with my neck or my head, keeping it above my heart. And then you can march that out. Now we want to do some kickstand squats because we want to work around the glutes as well as getting those quads. So I'm going to make scapation with my legs, so catty corner. Rolling those shoulders back, the leg that's in front. The glutes coming out on that side. Three. Inhale here, exhale here. And step side to side. So if you need water, this would be a great time to get it. If you need to, you can come side to side. Open up those body parts. Then we go to the other side. Think about, this is why it's called kickstand squat. Putting a foot down like you're a bicycle. You're going to put your kickstand down so the bicycle doesn't fall over. It's catty corner, scapation. Coming down, my glutes coming out on this side. Exhale. And then you can move so you don't get blood pooling. Side to side. You can march. And again, don't need to have the weights, but you can add them. Now we want to do a ski squat. I'm going to put my weights down for this one. I want to set you up perfect for your ski squat. If you are 5'4" and below, short. I'm 5 foot, I'm tiny, right? So I'm short. My legs are going to be together when I do a ski squat. When I sit back, my booty is going to go out. I'm going to sit in my chair. My knees are going to stay behind my toes. They're not pushing this way. That's not a squat. I see it all the time. Please don't do that. If you're taller than 5'4", you need a little space. So it's not hip width. That's a regular squat. Bring it in, but give your hips a little bit of space so that your knees don't shoot in front of you for your ski squat. It's low, it's tight. It's going to feel tight for you because of your height. So you want to make sure that you have proper form. Anytime you feel like you're doing this, your knees are shooting in front of your toes, it's bad form. Please stop and start again. If you need to start squats from a chair, I want you to start there. Sit down into the chair, chest is high, and then just stand up. Sit back into your chair, and then stand up. Practice there first. If squats are too difficult for you at this time, we want to say yet because you'll get there. Then bring your knees up to your chest and load your body that way. This is a different load than this is, but that will get you started because we want to start to strengthen the legs, strengthen the glutes, and have your brain tell your body what to do. We need those quads to be getting strong so that we can keep that proper form. So what am I going to do? I'm going to tighten my core, bring my abs to my spine. Keep my up under my chin so that I don't drop my head below my heart. I'm going to get dizzy, pass out. We don't want that. I'm also not going to hip hinge at my hip flexors and try to squat here. I want to be standing tall and sitting down. All right, so bringing the legs together because I'm short. So if you're taller than 5'4", then you're putting a little space in between. I'm 5 foot, so my legs can be here. My knees aren't going to shift out. So I'm going to come down and come up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Squeeze those legs together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale. Just plane of motion, right? And center of gravity. So bringing your center of gravity on top of the line. So you have to hold your balance there too. That means you have to squeeze your core. 2 more. Last one, best one. Nice. And then you go ahead and march that up. Breathe it up. If you need extra oxygen, get that in. If you need to turn it out a little bit, you can. You can even take inside, outside. So internal rotation at the hip, external rotation at the hip, internal rotation, external. It's going to feel good. Or push your hip flexors back. That's going to feel good. Do it. Yes. There's nothing to say that you can't stretch out in between. What I can say is don't just stop moving. You don't want to get blood pooling, especially if your heart rate's up, right? If it's up, you're breathing heavy. You want to be able to breathe heavy, have labored breathing, but you can talk to me. If I asked you a question, how you doing? You say, awesome, Beth, I'm doing okay. My head's above my heart. I'm taking in oxygen. I'm exhaling out on the exertion. And in between movements, I'm moving my body. So I'm bringing my heart rate down, but I've got blood flow still moving through the body. If I just stop and everything's running, I'm going to get this thing called blood pooling. Blood pooling's bad. You don't want that because the blood oxygen, if it's running through your body to get to the peripheral that it needs to, it can hit the side of the muscle, and then you get that stitch, and that hurts, and then people are like, oh, I've done something, right? It's just because you've stopped instead of kept moving and allowed your blood flow to kind of slow down at your pace. And we want that oxygen constantly moving through our body. Super important, whether you're doing cardio, flexibility, strength training, stretch, blood flow, right? It's going to keep you from passing out, feeling dizzy, feeling nauseous, feeling sick. Keep moving your body. So my heart rate, I'm recovered. So I can then slow that down for that next thing. We're going to do those bent over rows. So head above your heart, apple on your chin. Do we bend over to pick up our weights? No. We squat down to pick things up. That's going to keep our back nice and safe. Are you squatting down for your pets? Are you squatting down to put the cat food or the dog food on the floor? The big heavy groceries? Squatting. Laundry baskets? Squatting. Picking up babies? We're squatting. Especially dead weight moving objects, babies and animals. I see it happen all the time where we've thrown our back out because we've bent over to pick something up and we're not tight here. We're loosey-goosey, right? So the only time I want you doing those bend overs, deadlifts, but you're super careful about where your core is and what you're doing. We're going to do those bend over rows, but I'm going to roll my shoulders back, take my abs tight, and hip hinge. So I'm hip hinge, but I'm not bent over all the way like a deadlift. I'm just hip hinging. That allows space for my hip so that I can row. So it's going to be palm in, palm down, palm up. Inhale, exhale. You're gliding your arm right across your rib cage. So it's not here. I see this a lot too, where arms are coming wide. Your arms aren't that wide. Glide it tight. Tight, tight, tight. Pinching your shoulder blades together when you exhale that out, right? Then inhale, it's coming back normal. But what are we not doing? rounding out our back, dumping our shoulders, and dropping our head below our heart. So form over everything. If you feel like I'm not quite there yet with weights, just use your body, learn the form. So when a hip hinge, palms in, exhale, inhale, palms down, exhale, inhale, palms up, exhale, inhale. Here we go. Five more. 4. Breathe. 3. 2 more. Last set. Perfect. Now you can put down your weights, squat down, keep your head above your heart. Circle out those arms. Feel that. Now you may need to tap your shoulders, bring that in and out. You might need to come up, down, forward and back, up, down, forward and back. Now we're going to do the wall sits. So if you're not doing wall sits today, I want you to do a side to side squat. So that's what you're going to do. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's not 1 and 1 is 1, but 1, 2, all the way to 15. If you have a wall, I want you to sit up against it. Now, my back's not hanging out here. I'm going to put my back, my head, my neck on the wall, my shoulders on the wall. My glutes and my knees are going to be parallel. I'm going to lift my arms and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, breathe, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, and then just come back up. Now, if you have trouble coming away from a wall and standing back up, slide your body all the way down and then get up off the ground. So if I were to slide all the way down and I was all the way down on the ground, I made it. Then I'm going to take my legs here, pop up here, not using any hands to stand up, come here, and then step up. We want to be able to get up off the floor without using furniture or our hands. It's going to keep us safer. It's going to help us with risks of falls and make your body strong that you can get up off the ground without using things. Key, practice, practice, practice that. Don't worry about being able to lift yourself up off the wall. Once your quads are, they're on fire here by this time. So I counted nice and slow. I counted to 15, so it was about 30 seconds here. You could just put your arms down and push yourself away from the wall and stand up. But if you can't get there and you're like, I'm stuck, just go ahead, safely slide down and then get up. You'll get there. I promise you'll get strong. All right, now we're going to squat down, pick up our weights. We're going to do those half flies to that upright row. What I like to do is when I do upper body movements, I split my stance. Why? Because I'm not there to spot you. And I want to make sure your low back is going to be okay. My palms are in at the belly button. I'm going to come halfway up so that my shoulder is in alignment with my elbow. That's alignment with my wrist. And I'm making an L. So it's here, all the way to the top here, and then gently gliding here. Then I'm going to turn my weights in, push them up so that my elbows point up and my weights tuck up under my chin. Now, if I were rolled and dumped, I couldn't get my weight up under my chin. So then you're going to know right away that your form is off. So always checking, always stacking, right? Here we go. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Perfect. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Got 4 more here. 3. Should be getting fatigued in that upper body. 2. One more, one more. Perfect. Now I'm going to put down my weights again. You don't have to. You could hang on to your weights if you need added resistance. We're going to do that back lunge. So I'm going to come to the side. Back lunge, so I'm LL, my knee stacks over my ankle, stack, stack. So it's not this. This is not a lunge. This is a high crescent lunge in yoga, but a strength training lunge is here. Then I'm going to lift up, not using my low back, but using my quads, my legs, and lift up here. Then I'm just going to come back, take my lunge, and strike back up. Notice when I strike up, my knee comes up. That's a nice little ab extra. My toes are dorsiflexed to my knees. Keep my knees nice and safe. So we're going to do one side and then the other. Apple under the chin, head above the heart. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Nice. Make that stack. You'll feel it. If your knees popping over your toes, you're going to feel that. It's going to hurt. You don't want to wreck it. Check it. Don't wreck it. Last one, best one. Apple under the chin. Head above the heart. Take a big breath in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And done. Now, it's a lot. Step side to side. Breathe up. Exhale down. Breathe up. Notice I'm moving. So you can do grapevine. You can move. You can move side to side. Heel to heel. Twist it out. Reach up. Just move your body. And recover. Nice. Now you're all recovered. You're ready now to squat down for your weights. Pick them up. Apple under the chin. Lat press to V press. Lifting straight up. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Split the stance. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. 2 more. Last one, best one. And you're done with that. So again, looking at you, squatting down, keeping that apple on your chin, head above the heart. Step side to side, breathe up, exhale down. I want you to go ahead and get some water and meet me down on the floor. All right, welcome down to the floor. Now, if you're not fully recovered, you may still want to be stepping side to side, breathing up and exhaling out, because I'm going to put you in a prone position. We're going to do those Supermans so that we can work that lower lumbar. I'm going to keep our abs tight to our spine and our spine tight to our abs. It's a symbiotic relationship. Tight abs, tight back, strong abs, strong back, strong back, strong abs. So I want to do that and work it. I'm going to do this catty corner. I think. We want to lay down in a prone position. Again, you want to be recovered before you just drop your body down. Now, if you're cardiovascularly fit, come on down. Drop down is still going to help you. It's heart training when I take you from here to here. Think about burpees. That's what we're doing. We're doing a high intensity interval training type tool, metabolic exercise, if you will, a full body exercise, if you will. But I'm literally making you jump this way and then come down flat prone. So your heart's going to go to gravity. It's heart training. So good for you. You don't have to do all the plyometric jumping up, jumping down. Do it weighted, where you slow it all down. You're still doing the same mechanics. You're still training your heart. And then as your heart's able to take more, like, oh, I can breathe now, this is getting easier, then add the jumping in. All right, so I'm going to lay down on your belly. Perfect. I'm going to put my legs together. And I want to dorsiflex my toes. Now, if you have a low back issue, if your back's like, it's not quite there yet, I have a lot of problems with it, feels tight all the time, or a tight QL, those internal muscles, then I want you to drive your toes into the floor, the mat, and keep them there. So you're going to lift up at the front, but you're going to keep your legs grounded to protect that low back. If you don't have a low back issue and you can lift your legs, you're going to do that. So I'm going to bring my arms out to shoulder width, like I'm going to do a shoulder press. Now, some Superman's done here. That's a little bit more advanced. So if you're used to doing Superman and you need an up level, arms are out here. Make space for your shoulders and lift. Today, I'm just going to soften them out and bring it kind of to the middle here. So I want to lay down all the way. I'm going to lift my chest first. Am I going to jerk my neck up? No. I want to look right to the end of the mat. So I'm just going to lift my chest up as high as I can. Then I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades back together like I'm doing a little row here, right? And I'm squeezing them back and lifting. Now I'm going to feel that in that low back. So I'm going to pull my abs in really tight. And then I'm going to lift my legs and then come all the way down. Take a breath in. As I exhale away, I'm lifting. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, if you have low back, tucking. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Perfect. Then I want you to lift up with your arms, tuck your legs wide. Big toes touch, sit down on your heels with your glutes and slide into your child's pose, your balasana, and allow that back to open up and stretch. You should feel that in the shoulders, in the upper back, and in the lower back. Take a big breath in, then open your mouth side away. Ha. Ha. Let it stretch. If you need more, as you inhale, lengthen your fingers forward. As you exhale, drive your glutes to your heels. Exhale that away. You may feel some sensation across the spine and in the back. Then I'm going to lift up, stack my shoulder, my elbow, and my wrist, hip width, and then stack my knees so they're hip width. How do you know that you're hip width? What works for you? Everybody's built a little different. Everybody's different, right? So put two fists between, drop them down between your knees, and then stack your body into your tabletop. Now you're hip width for your body. Your hip is going to be in alignment with your knees. So it's not in front, it's not too far back. And that actually feels good. But you want to stack here. I'm going to be in a toe stand. I like to stretch the bottoms of my feet. If that doesn't feel good for you, don't worry about it. Untuck your toes. It's okay. If you have a little arthritis in your toes, that may not feel good. So you may need to untuck. If you've got anything going on the top of your feet, that might not feel good. So you may need to tuck. So comfort level at the feet, but driving your feet into the mat, right? Then my head is above my heart and my neck is in neutral. So I'm always looking to the end of my mat. I'm going to soften my belly and put flexion in the back. That feels good. Then as I exhale out, I'm going to round out my back and push my back to the ceiling. Like I'm pushing my hands away from the mat. Nice cat-cows. Flexion and extension into the spine because we worked all those back muscles. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And one more. Big inhale. Big exhale. Beautiful. Now I want to stretch my hip flexor because it's connected onto my quad tendon and my quadriceps, and I want to stretch those out. And then we're going to get into those upper back muscles. Now, this knee is going to stack over the ankle, and this hip flexor is going to drive into the mat, and your chest is going to sit up high. So I'm not hanging over here. I'm sitting up high, and now I feel this nice stretch here. Now remember, when we work quadriceps, that's the primary mover that we work today. But secondary mover, glutes and hamstrings. So you may need to then sit back into your half monkey pose and stretch that hamstring out, because it wasn't a primary mover, but it was definitely a secondary mover. So we didn't fatigue it out like we fatigued out the quads, especially wall sits, right? Do you have to hang out on a wall for a long amount of time? No, you do not have to do that. Wall sits are great for quadriceps. It will like fatigue out because it's an isometric move in a squat. It's like sitting in squat with stability on your back. But you can sit in an isometric squat and still do the same thing. What I find is most people then hinge over and they're bent over, so they're not getting that full amount. But what I would recommend, I'm going to get that hamstring, that secondary mover, but I would recommend is we're not hanging out there all day long. It's not a wall sit challenge. It's part of the exercise. You can count to 15 reps, do 30 seconds, do 45 seconds, then you're done because you've done all the other movements around the muscles. We did those kickstand squats, so we worked around the other quadriceps. We did ski squats. Now, what else could you do? adduction, adduction. You could add a jumping jack to this. You could do sumos where you really get into and around those hip flexors. You could do that as well as part of your quadricep exercise. All right. And speaking of, I want to stretch that out too. So I'm just going to sit up nice and tall. I want to be on my sits bone, really nice and tall, everything pulled in, softness at my joints. I'm not locking out the joints. I want blood flow coming in, so I'm not like stiff. I'm going to roll my shoulders back and stack and then hip hinge at those hip flexors. Beth, I can only go this far, and this I'm feeling. Go that far. Maybe get some yoga blocks and have some stability. So it's time, it's practice, it's purpose, it's how you get used to the stretch. So I don't want you to force your body into a stretch. I want you to breathe in. It's micro movements. Exhale out. See if you can go a little bit more. Softness, having oxygen coming in. Notice that I didn't what? Dump my shoulders around my back or dump my head below my heart. I'm looking at you. I've got my shoulders rolled back. If I were to do this from the side, my back is nice and flat and straight. It's not rounded here. It's here. Form over everything else. Now, I want to stretch your arms out a little bit. So you can be in any kind of position you want. An easy seated fold. You could do hips and work on hips while you're stretching out. I'm just going to, because we did upper back, right? Latissimus dorsi, trapezius, rhomboids. We worked those upper muscles in the upper back and in the lower back. We did the cat-cow to stretch a lot of that out, like flexion and extension, and that feels good. And we're going to do an up, down, forward, and back to stretch the rest out. But I do want to stretch out those secondary movers. Are shoulders part of it? Absolutely. Your shoulders will always want to get involved with your workout. They kind of want to take over, and that's why, especially rows, I want you to be here raising your rib cage versus, I see this a lot. What am I doing? I'm pushing up into my shoulders because shoulders want to take over. All right, so let me get this side for my hips. Now, watch my shoulders. I'm going to bring them up and down to that rhomboid muscle, and then I'm going to bring them around forward, extension of the spine, open up the chest, and flexion, right? Up, down, forward, and back, nice. Up and down, forward, and back, up and down, forward. Ooh, that feels good. And back. And then you may want to twist it out a little bit, rinse out the spine, put some transverse movement into that spine. It's kind of like a corkscrew going all the way down the vertebrae. Other side, purposeful. So, squeeze my legs together. Externally rotate here at the shoulder. Lift my body up. As I inhale, try to get as tall as I can. Like I've grabbed my ponytail and pulled it to the ceiling. Then I'm going to drop this arm and squeeze my legs together. It's not doing this. Squeezing together. So as I inhale, I'm going to lengthen through. And then as I exhale, I'm going to twist it open and just look at my shoulder. That's going to give me that transverse movement. And then breathe in and out through that. That's going to feel really, really good. All right, take that big breath up. Exhale that all away. Roll the shoulders, roll your elbows. Just one little bit more movement. Breathe up again. Oxygen's important. Exhale that away. You should be fully recovered, feeling pretty good. Maybe you have muscle fatigue. Great. If you're lifting heavy enough, then you might feel this. Now, you may not feel it tomorrow. You may feel it the next day, which is called DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, and that's okay. So you want to still be stretching. You're going to do a different workout tomorrow, right? Varied, so you don't overtrain those muscles. We need to give our upper back, that lower back, and our quadriceps time tomorrow. That's recovery for those muscle groups. So those muscle groups are going to be binding together, toning and making each other stronger because you've just lifted, you've torn the muscle fiber. Now it has to recover. So you need to give tomorrow for those muscle groups a day. Does that mean you take a day off? No, it means you pick something else to do. Some cardio, some flexibility and stretch, some stability, mobility, or you could work different muscle groups, pectorials and hamstrings, for instance. And then your quads are going to recover. They will be a secondary mover, but you're not going to fatigue out the muscle. So it has time to recover. I like cardio in between or yoga in between. Really helps. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. It was the perfect combination today. Make sure you're drinking 8 ounces of water. We want to get that in. Maybe do more stretch if you're feeling it. If you need to recover more, we want to make sure you're getting enough magnesium in. You could do an Epsom salt soak if you have time. 20 minutes, 2 cups of Epsom salt, 20 minutes in a warm bath. Soak it out. It's going to pull the lactic acid, what's left over from the workout, out of the muscle and put magnesium back in for recovery. So that's really going to help get in those nice dark leafy greens and fruits and vegetables that have lots of potassium and magnesium. That's going to help your recovery. All right, I hope that you have a great day. If you have questions, first of all, if you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to our channel so that you have all the workouts necessary. I've done the work for you. All you have to do is 1, get up and move every day. Hit a different workout every day so that it's varied. We're not doing the same workout every day. And I hear this question a lot. Well, Beth, I want to memorize the sequencing. You don't have to do that. Don't stress yourself about having to learn or having to already know. What's great about the body is it's very adaptable. And we don't want it to be so adaptable that it stops working for you. So that's the reason why, even at my boot camp, my ladies will tell you, I don't tell them what we're doing every day. They just have to show up and be surprised. And that helps them move towards their goals quicker. It helps you. So all you have to do is pick a different video and hit play. And then the rest is done for you. Make sure you get your water. Ask me questions. So leave me questions and comments below if you are like, not sure this is the right form. I need help with X, Y, or Z. I'm having a struggle with. I'll be glad to help you. Just reach out in the comment below. Make sure we're keeping those comments kind. We love that. We love our tribe. Let's lift each other up. I will see you for the next video. Have a great day. Bye.